Hello everyone and welcome to NETCRYPTO, where I give you important information and news about all coins of interest. And today we're going to be doing our check of Metapets. It's a Monday, so we're going to be taking out our scam checker and we're going to be just updating if anything has been updated in the project. We are going to be updating that as well and just taking a look at what has been happening, because this is something that we here at NETCRYPTO have raised, that our alert level for this project, safety alert level, is very low, and I raised that. I did a couple of videos about that. And so if you want me to keep on covering Metapets daily and we want us to keep on tracking this, subscribe. It lets me know that you are interested into this content. So without wasting any more time, let's jump in. So if we check the price, as we normally do, let's just start by checking the price. We see that the price for Metapets within the last, let's check within the last 1 day. You see everything is in the red, obviously, because of the Bitcoin price. 10% down in the last 7 days. Everything is in the red. The trading volume for the last 24 hours is 2.4 million, 29% down as well, 29% down as well. And if we compare it to what it was yesterday, it was 3.4 million, and today it's 2.4 million. We see, I think, a lot of people taking out their positions into the coin, but we do see this. I think these are the buybacks. Is it? I think so. But we see a lot of people selling out their position. So without wasting any more time, let's jump in and check our scam meter and see how it's tracking, how this is tracking. So the first thing obviously is the white paper, right? The white paper is still not yet released on the website, right? It's still not yet released on the website. We still have the light paper. I do know people that are saying that you have to go to Telegram, you have to do this. No, if you are a professional project, you need to ensure that your white paper is available on your website. Anyone who wants to invest in your project should be able to see the white paper right here on the website. So that's still an X. And also banning. Well, nothing much has been done in terms of banning. If we go and check on BSC scan, and then we go to holders, right, and then we go and check the null address, we see only about 1.09% has been banned. And like I said, the CEO is not for banning. So of course for us that is a worry. This is not an industry standard. This is a deflationary token, right, which means you need to deflation. That's what it is all about. It's a deflationary token, so we need to be seeing bans. Unfortunately, it's not an inflationary, but it's a deflationary. So bans are not negotiable. We need to see the bans happening, right? And Doc's team, well, we have seen the CEO. We have seen the CEO in the AMAs. He does AMAs every Monday and every Friday. So today there's going to be another AMA, which if I get a chance to listen to later, it's normally available on Facebook. So I'll check it out. I'll check it out on Facebook. Even if I'm not able to watch it live, I'll check it out. And of course, I'm going to share with you guys any highlights tomorrow. So just ensure that you're subscribed. I'm going to just bring out in a nutshell what he says, as I normally do, right? The next thing is the website update. This is something that we've been waiting for a long time. So we want to see the website updated with a clear roadmap when and what is going to be delivered, because everything is kind of like in secrecy at the moment. This is the still basic website that we have, right? Basic website that we have. We do not have much here. And then the other thing that we need is the roadmap, right? We need to see the roadmap. He says when the website comes out, it's going to have a clear roadmap. So those two things, right? I think we are hoping to be striking them all at once, and to at least receive a satisfactory website as well as a roadmap, right? Because once you've got a clear roadmap, we can now start holding the project accountable, right? And of course, when it comes to social media, we do see there that their social media is quite active, very active, way more than the other projects that I look at. They are always constantly posting daily, right? You see 35,000 followers. They are doing very well. And even if you go and check on the holders, you see there are 98,000 addresses. They are almost about to hit 100,000 holders right there. So you do see that a lot of people are buying and they are opting into this coin, right? they are buying and opting into this coin because they love the idea of the Metapets, right? They love the idea that has been presented here in the light paper, that you're going to have your forever pet in the metaverse. But there is a lot of loopholes that needs to be filled, and here on NETCRYPTO we are going to be tracking all of them, right? And if we go on checking, let's see here. So Liquidity Lock, yes, like we said, static audit. Finally, the static audit, after a huge outcry, it was submitted. So we are now waiting on static, but it's not just static can give you your done audit in 48 hours, right? But if there are problems, remediations that they will send back to the team, Metapets team, to correct. For example, if there are some serious critical code corrections that are required, the static team is going to be highlighting all of those things to the team, and the team needs to resolve them before static can give you a final score, right? So that's something that is ongoing, and the fact that it has taken over a week right now, it just shows that that team there is they are working together. Let's hope that we get the final report soon. And if you remember my video on what is this, Shiba swap, which is Shiba Inu, let's just go and go. It's number 8, ranked number 8 on static, by the way. You see here they got a score of 93%, and it with the request date, it was on May 27th, right? But they only got the final revision date on August 2, right? So for almost 2 months they were busy resolving issues that SETAC was picking up, and then once all the issues were resolved, then it took 2 months for this to be published, right? We hope for Metapets is going to be much earlier, because there is a whole lot of loose ends in the project. We are not getting enough information as investors that will allow us to make an informed decision when we are going to be investing into this coin. So that's one of the things there. And then the other thing that we need to talk about is the marketing address, right? So one of my subscribers did send me an email, and he dropped me an email and just was showing me some evidence that the marketing wallet is constantly taking out money, and marketing wallets are constantly being changed and all that. But I do understand that in a project such as big as this, you need a lot of capital, right? You need a lot of capital, and people who are investing into the coin, they are putting out their investment to see that roadmap developed, right? To see the realization of this pet in the metaverse. Everybody wants to see this pet in the metaverse, so that's the reason why they are investing. So if money is coming out, it's not really a red flag, but if the marketing address is constantly changing, then that can be a worry. So I did go onto BSC scan. I went to the contract, and then I also went to check what is the marketing address. So I did take note of the marketing address, right? So this is the marketing address that we've got right here, right? I'm also going to see if I can also go and get the other addresses as well, as per their tokenomics. So far it's just the marketing address. I'm going to try and get the other addresses as well, so that we can track them, so that we see whether the address is going to change or not. Because obviously if the marketing address that we've got here on BCS scan changes, it's going to be a red flag for us. We are going to raise that most definitely. But at the moment we are tracking it. We've got it right here. And then the other thing is the contract is not renounced, right? Renouncement of a contract is really up to the project, but for most seasoned investors, they are not going to invest in a project if the contract is not renounced, because the renouncement of the contract, once the contract is renounced, the team, the Metapets team, and the rest of the investors are on the same foot. It means they cannot go back and start to edit, change, selling fees, tax you pay, all that kind of stuff, right? And also it also prevents things like rug pull, where all new tokens are just minted and all that, and then the investor the investor money or just becomes useless, right? The price is brought down to zero. So most definitely this contract is not renounced. As you can see, the owner, we have the owner address. This is the owner of the address, and so this is also a huge risk, right? It's a huge risk. This contract is not renounced, right? But not to say a contract that is not renounced is bad or is unsafe, because if you notice, recently I did cover Shibnobi. It was supposed to be listed on SaitaMask, But because the contract was not renounced, on the last minute, the SiteMask team just came in and say, you need to renounce the contract for us to be able to list you on our exchange, right? And the Shibnobi team said, no, we need full control of our contract. So for most projects, they just renounce their contract to ensure safety for the for the investors, right? So one thing, an example I can give about renouncing a contract, it's more like if you're in a sophisticated aeroplane, right? The pilot can just put it on aeroplane and go and sit at the back with everybody else, right? And the aeroplane will be able to go and land itself on time. But if you have got a pilot, a sinister pilot, he is taking the controls. You see, he hasn't renounced. He has not put the airplane on airplane mode. He is planning to go and crash the plane into the ground. That's a risk that people face. So that's an example that I can give. That when people know that this aeroplane is on autopilot and it's going to be landing itself safely, there's no worries. But if the owner is a sinister pilot, it can fly that aeroplane to the ground and crash it, right? So that's one of the reasons that some investors, when they are looking to a coin to invest, they are going to be checking if the contract is renounced or not, right? So here definitely we know for Metapets, the contract is not renounced. We don't know if he's got plans to renounce it or not. And of course, the last four is the released product should be according to community expectation, right? Because we've seen multiple projects where they promise a whole lot, like here we're expecting a pet in the metaverse, but we don't even know what pets are they going to be supported, right? What breeds, if it's a dog, what breeds of dogs, what breeds of cats, are they going to be like dinosaurs, for example, kangaroos? What other animals are going to be there? Are you going to be able to have a panther, right? And own your own panther, wearing your VR like we see here with your panther and all that? Is that going to be possible? Well, we know absolutely nothing, right? At the moment, we know absolutely nothing. But one of the things that we want to check is the product is according to community expectation. So if I'm ever going to invest into this coin, all the things, most of these things in the red have to be ticked, and at least the first two here, right? The first two, because we know the full release, like you say on the website, is going to be in Q4, but there's no year attached to it, so we need that new website to come out. For me to be able to invest into this coin, all of these things have to be done all the way to Q2, right? So if everything is released according to marketing expectation and most of these ticks are gone all the way here, that's one thing that I need to see. You see, so the other thing as well, of course, is the CEO is in China, and you know that China has banned cryptocurrencies, right? So if China catches wind that he is a CEO of a cryptocurrency, well, he's there because he's a teacher, grade 6 teacher. If China finds out, they track him down and they take him, what is going to be the future of the project and also for your investment? That's something that you need to worry about as well, right? So at the moment, there is no way I'll be investing into this project, but like I said, I'll keep on tracking it. And if you want me to keep tracking this project, just ensure that you're subscribed and you're not going to miss out on any video tomorrow. I'll be covering the AMA that is going to be doing today. So if you've watched all the way until now, please just subscribe, right? So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.